So I had filmed a vlog for you guys last week, but I hated it, so I deleted all the footage. But I thought, you know what? September 1st, new month, new start. So I will give it another go. I don't really have a reading update for you guys because I finished my wrap up yesterday, so you will have heard all the reading stuff there. It should have gone up by now. My two priorities for this week are these two, so it's Starsight and Scarlet. But I haven't really made a lot of progress since then. Today's like my planning day, so I'm trying to plan out like how my YouTube situation will be, because I'm gonna have exams in January, and so I'm gonna have to like study for that in December a lot, so I don't know how much I will film and how much videos will go. I have a few videos that like end of the year stuff that I do want to do, so I'm gonna try, but I mean I want to make sure that I have like a few at the actual end of the year, but it is possible that one of them is like gonna end up in February or March. So I guess I want to ask if it's okay for you guys, because I don't know how I want to do it if I have to squeeze those in. So I've also did some other planning for my exams, and it feels so good. I kind of made priorities for all my subjects, so like based on how much still needs to get done, what type of things still need to get done, and then like there are some subjects that no matter the cost, I want to pass those, and then there are others that like I want to pass, but if I have to fail one, then I'd rather be one of those. So I also kind of made an order in them, and there are some subjects that I really don't need to do anything anymore, like during the year, that I've done enough that I can manage in like the few days that I have before the exam itself, or that I have to do barely anything anymore. And there are some things that I really have work on, so it feels really good to kind of have a view on that, because I was focusing on I have so much work for this and I have so much work for that, and it stressed me out. But like knowing that there are other things that I actually don't really need to do anything for anymore, barely anything, is really good. And also like the idea, like the prioritizing based on how much I would love to pass these things, how much I don't want to fail these things rather, is really good for my mental state, because I am quite negative by nature, and you're always going to go in a spell of like, what if, and just having a plan for what if I don't have enough time, then I've already made the choices ahead of time of what I'm gonna prioritize. So, I mean, it's probably not gonna get to that point, but just knowing that in case I've already figured it out, then I don't have to think about it at that moment. I don't have to take the decision at that moment, is really calming to my brain. So I'm really happy. I still gotta do some work, so I'm gonna do that now, and then watch the World Cup because Belgium plays. And I hope we win, because if not, that's the end. I don't know if I'm hopeful or not. I really don't know what to think. So I hope that Belgium passes. I hope that I pass for my exams. But I'll See you next time. Okay, it's the next day. We lost. Well, didn't lose, we tied, but we're out, so we basically lost. So that's sad. We even skipped class to watch the match. I mean, it was like there's like a video recording, so I knew that later. Still need to do that. I was going to do that after the match, but then the disappointment, so it didn't happen anymore. Because they played so well. Like, if they would have sucked this game, like, I wouldn't have minded losing, because then it would be earned, but, like, they played so well. And they deserved to win. I mean, Croatia did play very good as well. And I'm glad that if we had to lose, quotation marks, it would be against Croatia. And Croatia really deserves it too. I'm just sad it was like either or, and they just couldn't both go to the next round. That makes me sad. But at least we lost from Croatia, so I guess that's one thing. I'm gonna be rooting for Croatia from now on, because I really like them as well. Anyway, I have some time before the next class, so well, first I'm gonna clean because I have some tidying up to do and some cleaning to do, so I'm gonna do that first, and then I'll read a bit more in Starsight. I was going to do the class that I skipped today, but I don't really have enough time between the two classes because it was another class that was moved today for a completely different reason, and so that ate up the time that I would have used for that. So, but now we can get some reading in, or maybe some schoolwork. I don't know. We'll see. First, I'm gonna tidy up and clean a bit. So, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Procrastination vlog. I have some work to do, but I don't want to. So I've been like trying to record this clip like 4 times already, but I always find a reason to delete the footage and redo it because I don't want to do work. So yeah, it's Monday now. Over the weekend, quite a few things happened. First of all, I watched my very first Christmas movie of the year, which was Next Stop Christmas. I really liked it. It was cheesy at moments and very predictable, as Christmas movies often are. But I don't know, I like that. Part of it is kind of just a genre. So I like it. But I'm officially in the Christmas mood now. I love it. I also watched Disenchanted last night, which I was really nervous about at first because Enchanted came out so long ago, and like now a sequel. I didn't really know what to think going into it, but I really loved it. I kind of want to watch it again already. It was fun. So that's a movie update. I actually wanted to talk to you about Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, the second book in the Lunar Chronicles. I am a bit over halfway. So maybe I should tell you what the story is really about. It's about a girl called Scarlet, and her grandmother has gone missing, but the police doesn't want to help her. And so she is going to try to find her herself. And for that, she enlists the help of a man called Wolf. But she's not really sure if she can trust him. That's the main POV. It's a Red Riding Hood retelling. And then the other two POVs are a continuation of book one. So that's one thing I really like, is how it introduces an entirely new plot line while also continuing the plot of book one. So I really like that. And I'm curious to know what happens next. I'm really enjoying this book and this series. So, I also finished Antigone this weekend, which is the second one of the 3 tragedies in age read for a class. I'll give you my full thoughts after I also finish the third one. But I really loved it. I mean, the first one was kind of a slog to get through, but this one was really good. Also really quick. I read it entirely during some reading sprints, which never happens to me. So maybe I should just read the third tragedy now. It's like something productive, but it's also kind of easing myself into work. Maybe that will help the procrastination. I think I'm gonna do that now. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi, it's Wednesday. I finished my last tragedy, so I think I should talk about the 3 that I read. So I read Agamamnon by Aeshylos, Antigone by Sophocles, and Hippolyte by Euripides. And I thought it'd be most interesting to talk to them by comparing them to one another. So that's what I'm going to do. One thing that... So if you know anything about Greek tragedies, you know that they consist of dialogue and then pieces that are sung by the choir, and they go back and forth between those. And in the beginning of the genre, like the early tragedies, it's almost all choir and a little bit of dialogue, and then as time goes on, they transform to more heavy on the dialogue and a little bit of choir mixed in there. And so that was really noticeable reading these back to back, because I read them in chronological order so you could really see the evolution in that regard. The tragedy by Aeshylos was actually quite a slog to get through because of all the choir parts. I mean, even today, I don't love it when there's a lot of narration in my books. I prefer to have more dialogue going on, because it helps me get attached to the characters more. And so that was a thing that I thought was a little lacking in that one. There was a lot of choir, and so the dialogue took a backseat, which obviously was a taste at the time. That criticism, it just, for me, it didn't work as much. Then one by Sophocles, I really loved. That was my favorite out of the three. It was a perfect balance between the dialogues and the choir. Also, I thought the most interesting characters, because I thought in the other two tragedies were sort of passive, but there I had the feeling they were doing stuff and that they were driving the plot forward a lot more than in the other two. Also, they're more developed, I feel, than in the other two, and very clearly distinct when they were speaking. And a way in which that happened was they had like sometimes this really quick dialogue where it was like one line per person, and it was just going very fast back and forth, and you could see like a lot of contrast between the two characters that were talking in those dialogues, which I really liked. So I loved that one. And then you had Euripides, and out of the three, he was in his time least popular, and I can kind of see why. So the stereotype of Euripides is that he's just in his study, like writing tragedies and being a serious author, while Aeshylos and Sophocles are just more like they know their audience and they know like this is what interests them, that this is what in the world works, and he's just gonna write some very deep and good literature, and so the difference between that was a little noticeable. So that wasn't my thing. Also, the misogyny in Euripides' work was a lot, especially after Antigone, because like that's quite a feminist work actually. And whenever there's like a remark or something, then like Antigone really gets mad at them, and it's like the bad guys who are doing it or something. Like the work itself is quite feminist, versus Euripides, then like didn't love that. So yeah, I definitely loved Antigone the most. I'm definitely gonna read more by Sophocles. There's like 7 other tragedies that we still have. He's written a lot more, but they've been lost, or there's only fragments left. So I really like that. I also read a bit in Starsight by Sanderson, the second book in the Skyward series. I'm almost halfway. I feel like this is quite different from book 1, and I mean, I knew that a lot of people who really loved book 1 weren't the hugest fan of this, and the other way around, and I can see that. I mean, I'm still, at this point, I'm still liking them equally. Like, if anything, that just first, the thing is, this series has some tropes that are not my favorite, and I knew that going into it, and it's like not that they're complete deal breakers, and I hate every book that has these tropes. It's just not my thing. And this book has a little more of those than the first one. So because of that, I think I've enjoyed the first one. Can't talk today. I've enjoyed the first one slightly more than I'm enjoying this, but it's only by a small amount. I'm still really liking this. I think that like the different alien species are fun, and Mbot is his wonderful self again, and I think the plot is quite interesting, and there's some mystery-ish elements. I don't even know if that's the correct way to call them, but I don't really know how to describe them otherwise, so that's what we're going with. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I hope that I can, if not finish it, at least get like a huge part through next week. Because I want to read Christmas things. It's in the class today, so I can officially be in the Christmas mood starting tomorrow. There is a Christmas market not far from here that opens tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna go there and see if they have like small Christmas trees, and I can put up a tree here. So I might take you along to that or not. We'll see if I remember. So yeah, what time is it? I still have like a little bit of reading time now, so I'm gonna read some more in Starsight before I make dinner. And I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi. I just got back from the Christmas market. I haven't been there for very long. It was a little disappointing, actually. I mean, I went during the day, and I mean, this was the first day that it was open. So there were a few stands that were still, they're not building, but they weren't open yet. And so I didn't film. It was, I couldn't really get a very nice bit to film or something. So yeah, that's a little disappointing. But I did want to wrap up this vlog. So, what did I read this week? I finished the 3 tragedies first. So I read Agamamnon, Antigone, and Hippolyte. Antigone was definitely my favorite. I really loved it. Easy 5 stars. Then Agamemnon, because the things that I didn't love were mostly like genre things at the time. So they were like a bit easier to go like, okay, yeah, that's this was the taste back then, so it didn't bother me nearly as much. So I'd give it like 3.5 or 4. And then the last one I wasn't the hugest fan of. So I think I'll give that a 2.5. Yeah, I didn't love it. Unfortunately, I also read quite a bit of Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I'm really enjoying this. I'm about halfway. I will probably finish it next week, I think. So I'm really enjoying the series. It's great. I also read quite a bit in Starsight by Sanderson. This is now like my primary read, I'll say. I mentioned earlier like the mystery element, but it's not really mystery. It's more like we don't really know the nature of our enemy in this thing, or like the bad guys in this thing, and I think there's more to them than we get told. So that's what I mean. Like, I want to find out what's up with them. Also with Braid as a character, she also intrigues me a little. I don't. So yeah, I'm very curious to know how this will continue. But it'll be something for the next vlog. So that's the vlog. I hope I'll see you again. So see you next time. Bye.